Thanks for tuning in to one more episode of Connecting Athens, Georgia. Today I'm here with Andrew Warkentine,
Yes, sir.
owner and operator of TopDawg Junk Removal. Andrew, thanks so much for taking the time and sitting in for this interview. We really appreciate it. And let's just start, if you may, by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you get to this business.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me here. It's great to be able to have this opportunity. My name's Andrew. I am the owner of TopDawg Junk Removal. I am originally from Canton, Georgia, but and I unfortunately didn't go to the school of UGA, but I did go to Kennesaw State University. And while I was going there, I was working for a guy who was running his own junk removal business, and I was in school for business management, and I remember working for him for about a year, and I didn't know what junk removal was. When I got into it, I thought it was just the most interesting business model ever. And as I'm going to school for business management, I knew I wanted to pursue something in business with that. Mm-hmm. And I just remember kind of like having this epiphany moment where like the two and two clicked together, and I'm like, well, I've watched this business grow here in Atlanta, and I want to start my own. Why don't I take the two ideas and just go off with it? And so that's what I ended up doing. I had a bunch of friends that were in UGA, and they said like, hey, if you start a business, we'll help you out. And so I made the transition after school to come here, and that was about a year and a half ago, I want to say. And so started the business, and I've just been doing that ever since.
What do you think, from working for somebody who does it to being in his shoes and actually running the business? Was that anything that caught you by surprise where you were like, I didn't think it was going to be, but was it harder, easier?
Man, I knew it was going to be harder.
Right.
And I didn't see all the behind the scenes work that goes on to run a business.
Yes.
The late nights, after I'm done the day with my crew, I have to go back home and spend another 4 or 5 hours on the computer, building the website or getting the Google ads to run properly. There's just so much going on behind the scenes that I had no idea until I was actually put in that position to start doing it.
Right. It's one of those things, the tricks of the trade, right?
Yeah.
When you're a one-man show, like you said, you come home and you have promote, advertise, build, plan. So a year and a half in, when you look back to when you started and right now, you evidently have a much better understanding of the business. And what are your goals?
Yeah, I'd say my understanding of the business has gotten so much deeper. It was definitely a shallow understanding of junk removal when I worked for my boss, and taking the opportunity to study and really go in depth, I've just found out like there's so much more to it than I would have ever thought. Goal-wise, I think really our mission is just to build a sort of brand that is like just tied with Athens. When people think of junk removal, they're getting 1-800-GOT-JUNK out of their mind.
Yes.
And it's TopDawg Junk Removal, and it's Athens' choice. I think that's definitely where we're trying to take this company, is to just kind of become one-in-one with the community.
Awesome. So if I want to jump right in there and say, okay, I was looking at some of your reviews, and it's just amazing when all you see is great experience, reasonably priced. Everybody is so helpful. Highly recommend TopDawg. Super friendly, fast, got the job done. Excellent communicating promptly and efficiently. So what would you say besides all that makes you stand out against your competition?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think one thing that sets us apart really is going to be the guys that I'm hiring are coming straight from UGA. Usually they're associated with friends of mine, and just the trust level between us is really, really high. And I know that they're going to be carrying the same values that I carry, and I have total trust in them to send them out and do jobs and go to clients' homes, because I know that it takes a lot of trust for clients to accept them.
Let them in their house. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to have people you trust. So good quality help and partnership with people that you trust.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah, that goes a long way. So you were in Kennesaw State, you moved to Athens. What would you say you like best about Athens, Georgia?
I love the atmosphere here. It is just such a cool city to me. It's so much smaller than Atlanta and the Kennesaw area, and I love that so much. I'm kind of tired of the traffic and just the I don't want to say depressing, but just kind of the not as fun environment of the city. I think Athens is just a beautiful blend of rural and urban, where you're not really missing out on all the urban things that are going on in the bigger city, but you still have that blissful countryside.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I've never thought of putting in those words, but it's exactly that. All I think about Athens is the fact that you have everything you need in a big city. You have right here.
Yeah.
Outstanding entertainment, top quality, world-class restaurants, fun places, parks, and then you add to the small community type of vibe. So
Absolutely.
that's perfect. What do you do when you're not working?
I've been working quite a bit the last year and a half.
Yes.
I haven't had a whole lot of free time, but usually what I do in my free time, and what I'm starting to get back in the habit of doing, because now the business is running a little bit more autonomously, and it is smoothly. There's less hiccups. I absolutely love snowboarding. It's just been a passion of mine since I was a little kid. I started when I was 5. Nice. And I like taking trips with my friends or with my brothers, and we sometimes go up the East Coast, North Carolina,
right.
or we'll even take a plane ride to Colorado, where I even have some friends working on resorts over there.
Nice, got connections in Colorado.
Yeah,
yes.
you kind of have to make it affordable.
Yes.
But I absolutely love snowboarding, and I love playing the guitar. That's another big pastime of mine. When I have free time or when the day's looking slow, I just pull up some chords on the computer and pull out my guitar from the wall and just play some.
Fantastic. Let's do this, wrapping it up. Do you have, what would you say, you're already being a business owner, you started a business, do you have any tips to somebody who's considering starting a business?
I would say go all in. You're not going to get where you want to be if you make your business a side hustle. And I wouldn't say jump in blindly either. I would say do your research, learn from the trade. If you have the opportunity to work for somebody, even if you're working for free, take that opportunity just to learn what it is you're trying to get into. Really, really study the business. And I had that opportunity, and I got paid to do it, and so I consider myself really fortunate.
Yes.
But really know that trade, and then go all in. Don't make it a side gig.
Yes, well said. All right, with that, we wrap it up. One more edition of Connecting Athens. I'm Marcelo Burrell, real estate agent with Greater Athens Properties, and I interviewed today Andrew Warkentine.
Yes, sir.
Owner and operator of TopDawg Junk Removal in Athens, Georgia. Thank you.